Hello everyone, my name is Mayara Sartori and I am representing the University of São Paulo, and today I'm going to talk about precision agriculture as a solution for agricultural problems. So here is just a summary, and in a first place I will talk about the perspective of Brazil in a world production context. Then I will talk a little about the impact of the University of São Paulo. And in a second place, I will bring a little of the definition of precision agriculture, some of the tools of precision agriculture, and how can precision agriculture helps. And finally, talk about the impact of scientific initiations on agrarian evolution. So, just to introduce about our presentation in the Brazil context, today 1.5 billion is the approximate number of people in the world that are fed by Brazilian agriculture production, which is a very important number. And one of the reasons that made Brazil an important country for agribusiness, I bring here, according to Shaddad, four of these reasons that are very important. And the first one is the availability of natural resources, which includes one of the most reasons that made Brazil important, the very largest areas for agriculture. Also, the policies and the public incentive is very important to keep the farmers on the production and to keep them more motivated to make agriculture. Also, the development of research is one of the most reasons that made Brazil important for agribusiness today, because with studies and with research, the production could be increased, which is very important. And also the hard work made by farmers. Here in this graphic, I want to show the evolution of Brazil during the years, and we can see that in the first place, Brazil wasn't very important. But today, we export and import a lot, and this represents that the production has been increased. And today, Brazil is one of the most important country on agribusiness. So, just talking a little about another important numbers. Today, Brazil is the largest producer beef, is the largest beef producer. We are also the second largest beef exporter with 7.4 million tons. We are too the fourth largest producer of grains, which includes soybeans, corn, rice, wheat, and barley. And last year, we were considered the largest soy producer in the world. Another important number is that we are the largest poultry exporter, and we also have the fourth largest herd with 1.5 billion heads. Now, talking a little about the impact of the University of São Paulo, I decided to bring some important numbers, especially these more than 11,000 post-graduation titles that represents that the research that have been made since the university has been founded. Also talking about our routine, routine of the students of University of São Paulo. During the year, we have very important events like symposiums, trainings, seminars, international events, and also the Exalc Show, which is a week during October that happens once in a year, that the school brings for the students different names of agriculture and different important names to talk about the Brazil agribusiness and the perspective of Brazil in the world. So it's a very important event and talks very much about the importance of the university. Also, we have very extension groups that can talk of different areas on agriculture, like entomology, genetics, ecology, and also the precision agriculture that I am part of one of these groups. Here in these groups, just to talk about our vision, we made a lot of scientific development, and this is very important to increase the production. And also, according to the NTU ranking that evaluates and classifies scientific production, today Exalc is on a third place in agricultural sciences. But what is the precision agriculture? According to Molin, the origin of precision agriculture has roots in the pressure for a less aggressive agriculture to the environment in European countries and soon after in the US. But what is this in fact? It's just a different farm management system, which believes that fields are not uniform and there are intrinsic differences on them, like different soils, different reliefs, different climate conditions, different natural conditions. And with that, precision agriculture wants to optimize the management of productive systems. And now I made a little cycle for you guys to understand more how precision agriculture works. So in the first place, we have to identify the variability of a crop. So in an area, we have different kind of productions and with that productivity. And with that, we made the productive maps where we can identify where the production is better or where it's not so good. So then we have to search for the reason of the problem. What is causing the less production? And understand these causes is very important. In a third place, we will analyze the information that we collected. And with that, we need to use some softwares, some technologies that interpretate this information. And finally, we have to apply some corrections, which is called the localized treatments, where we go exactly where the problem is and we go with the exactly solution that these problems need. So, what are the tools that make precision agriculture happens? Here on the up screen, we can see that the location of information and the data processing and software for analysis are these two big tools that we use in agriculture production. This first one will tell us where the problem is with the geographical coordinates. And the second one will interpretate the problem, will obtain the representative data. And how can we collect this information? There are a lot of ways to collect some informations, but I decided to bring some of the most used, especially here in Brazil. And the first one is the soil sampling that helps on diagnosis of the soil condition. We also have the monitoring that is made by sensing, like sensors of soil, sensors of plant, that represents answer of the crop on the moment. And we also can use aerial images with drones, embedded technologies, satellite images, and this kind of things. But why should we adopt the precision agriculture? With this different system, with this different management system, we can make more assertive decisions because the precision agriculture facilitates the process of decision making. Also, we, the farmers, can do a more conscious use of the agriculture inputs and the natural resources. And some of the most reasons that help the farmers to adopt the precision agriculture is the cost reduction. When we know more about our crop, when we know more about the problems of our crop, we can control more the economic management of the products that we use to make a solution for these problems. So not necessarily we will make a very big cost reduction, but we will optimize the economic of the farm. Precision agriculture also helps to increase the productive. Over the time, the production becomes more valuable because the farm knows more about his crop, has an historic of his crop. And also the last one is about the environmental improvement of the system. With precision agriculture, the system can be more sustainable because we know exactly how to work on the crop. And now, just talking a little about my research and what is it? It's the comparative study of performance of different active optical sensors in the market for crop monitoring. And how do I do this? In the first place, I use some sensors of plant that calculates the NDVI and NDRE that are vegetative indices that shows me the development of the soybean in a soybean crop that is on the one of the areas of the precision agriculture extension group. Then I did some weekly biomass collection of the soybean. And finally, today I am using some softwares to establish correlations between the biomass data, biomass collection between the vegetative indices answer. And how this research is related to the UN proposed Sustainable Development Goals. With this research, we are studying more about the soybean on a precision agriculture context. And with that, we can amplify the power of information and also make a greater sharing of the information. With this studying that we are making, we can maybe publish on magazine, maybe share with other students here at Exalc and in an international context, which is very important to develop more about the soybean in a precision agriculture context, which is very low today. And also during the time, we will increase the productive by knowing more about the soybean. So here we have some the references that I used, and this was my presentation. Thank you everyone, and hope you guys like it. Bye.